Intentionally leaving season 5 out of this discussion because, in my opinion, it's simply too inconsistent to compare with the original story. Several moments in Prison Break show Michael sacrificing himself, getting imprisoned for Lincoln, getting arrested instead of Sarah in Panama, and giving his life for Sarah and their unborn child. But which sacrifice was the most impactful? Which one was the greatest act of selfless love? In my opinion, it's the end of season 2, when Michael gets arrested instead of Sarah. Here's why. At Fox River, Michael had spent years planning every detail. He trusted his plan almost completely. The tattoos, his allies inside the prison, and the people helping him on the outside. He believed he could free Lincoln within a month and escape to Panama with him and LJ. Even if he had failed and Lincoln had died, he would have escaped and fled the country. By the end of season 2, Michael had changed. From learning how prison works to constantly staying ahead of Mahone, who was determined to kill him, he had become much more cautious and at times even dangerous. At the same time, he had completely fallen in love with Sarah, and she felt the same way. For most fans, season 4 represents Michael's ultimate sacrifice. He gives his life to open the door for Sarah. A beautiful parallel to Sarah leaving the infirmary door open for him, by the way. Michael knew he was dying, his illness had returned, and saying goodbye to Sarah that way was probably the least painful option. That's why, in my opinion, Michael getting arrested instead of Sarah in Panama is an even greater sacrifice than his death in season 4. Lincoln was finally free, Sarah was free. For the first time in a long time, everything seemed to be falling into place. Until Kim showed up. At this moment, Michael was healthy. He had his whole life ahead of him. And that's what he believed. He was still riding the adrenaline of the escape, yet he made his decision within seconds. When Michael and Sarah run toward the cabin, you can actually pinpoint the exact moment he makes up his mind. Wentworthmiller portrays that moment brilliantly. Before Michael even says anything, you can see in his face that he's already accepted what's about to happen. His plan becomes instantly clear. Sarah cannot go to prison in his mind, especially in a country where neither of them knows what to expect. Michael, on the other hand, believes he can handle whatever comes next. So, unlike Fox River, there was no plan, no preparation, and no guarantee that he would ever see Sarah or Lincoln again. The ending of season 2 captures that perfectly, almost like a horror movie, leaving both Michael and the audience with no idea what comes next.